There we go. Okay, so today we're basically talking about manifestos. As you'll know, writing your manifesto is kind of one of the key parts of the election. It's the place that people are going to read about your ideas. It's also the one thing that is attached to your voting, like the ballot. So when students log in, they're not going to see your Facebook pages or your Instagrams or anything like that. What they will see is your manifesto. So basically, this is a really important part of what you do. Today's session, as I said, is quite brief, but we're going to cover what a manifesto is, what makes a good manifesto. We'll chat about some common kind of student issues and priorities, that the types of things that you might want to put in your manifesto, and we'll finish off with some top tips of writing a good one. So the first thing is, what actually is a manifesto? This is the dictionary definition, which is that it's a written statement in which a group of people explain their beliefs and aims. They're usually published by political parties, so you probably know of manifestos in terms of like the voting system, but obviously lots of other places use them, and one of those places is student unions in our own elections. It doesn't have to be like, any of you that are interested in politics, you look at like a political party's manifesto, it's like 100 pages long. It outlines everything they want to do to the country. Obviously, we're not looking for something like that for the student union. But basically, the core part of it is your kind of key aims for the year ahead. So the first thing we're going to do is all together, and this is kind of a big chunk of today's session. I've sent a link in the chat to a Jamboard, but I will also share it on my screen so that for any of you that can't access it, you should be able to see it still. I'm basically going to have a look at some other manifestos from other guilds and student unions, and there's basically a few questions that I want us to answer for each of them. Obviously, if we were in a bigger group, I'd get you to break out into smaller groups, but because there's only 3 of you, I think it's fine for you 3 to just discuss them together. And the questions that I want you to consider when you have a look over them is, what do you like about their manifesto? What wasn't so great? Which one would you vote for? So if you're a student reading that, which person would you be like, yeah, they definitely have my vote? And which do you think is the best idea, obviously in terms of the actual content? So